Welcome back, you lot. You might remember a little while ago we did a little video talking about some excellent proxies for Warhammer 40k, and these proxies were by Golden Dragon Games. The thing is that at the time I hadn't realised that Golden Dragon Games were on the verge of launching their very own tabletop wargame, and that they had in fact expanded their range massively. Now, I said in a follow-up video, you know what, we need to go through the catalogue, we need to take a look at all of this stuff, and as chance would have it, it turns out that Golden Dragon Games was already reaching out to me to talk about Marcher Empires at War, their own tabletop wargame, the GameFound campaign for which is currently live. As we can see right here, they have hit their goal. That means that the plastic starter set, Marcher Empires at War, the Battle of the Marne, is all fully funded, which is fantastic. Something to note about this as well, by the way, is that this could be expanded as stretch goals are hit, more things could be added, more things could become plastic, and that's actually quite a big deal because, oh dear God, Golden Dragon Games have got a ton of models out there. Now, we're not going to go through the entire catalogue today, because even though this is sponsored by Golden Dragon Games and Marcher Empires at War, honestly, it would take so long. This would be a full, 2-feature film-length video to go through absolutely everything that they have to offer, because the thing is, the game isn't just a case of, we're moving into plastic, that's it. No. Anything you need to play the game, you can also print at home in resin. So, we're going to take a look at a bunch of their stuff, because frankly, I've got some favourites, and I love the fact that there is a significant range for Marcher Empires at War, because it goes from things like this, the Russian Empire BS-44 Tachanka Armoured Walker, which is a fantastic design and also a suitably sort of historical name, to things that look like they could be stuck straight into bolt action and still be perfectly reasonable. I absolutely love the design of the legs on this thing. I absolutely love it. It's so industrial and, what is it? Rugged. Rugged, I think, is a good term. Also, that combination of 4 machine guns in a big old wedge on top of the hull, that is fantastic. Mad, but fantastic. I absolutely love it. I really want an animation of it walking, because I feel like it would be extremely threatening. I don't know why, it just has that sort of vibe to it. It's a very, very fun vehicle. Lots of different loadouts as well. You've got a few different guns to go on the front. I love that. I love that kind of missile rack off to the side. It's so good. But here's the thing, right? This is very fun. But, hang on. The tall leggy version. Oh, I like that. I like that pose a lot. That makes it, you know what? I wouldn't have pictured it being that tall. But it works super well. Like, the scale up from those legs being fully extended, that looks fantastic. I really like that. That's ace. And then straight back down to the squat pose. Oh, so good. So good. But the thing is, it goes from this to that. Now, I think this is the BA-36 Armoured Scout Car. It's still a bit sci-fi, yes, but it's also, I think, not unreasonable. It's not like you look at that and immediately go, oh yeah, the realm of fantasy. Not really. Not really. It looks pretty like something you could have possibly seen. I really like the design of the turret on the back as well. That's very cool. Also, the sheer number of spare wheels, I'm all in for that. Absolutely love that. I mean, this is a vehicle that presumably you do not want breaking down and being unable to go anywhere. Also, non-turret version, very, very cool. I do like the, what is it? Is it the coaxial? Is that the word for it? For the machine gun that sticks out the side of where the driver sits. I really like that. That looks great. And of course, there's a bunch of different loadouts, and the fact that you've got things like the chains on the tyres for going through heavy snow and the like. Just excellent. Excellent design all round. It just looks very, very fun. There's also just big old tanks. Big old chunky tanks. So this is the Russian Empire T-40 St. Mikhail heavy tank. This is extremely my sort of thing. I mean, it just is. You know I like tanks. You know I'm a big fan of a big tank. The girthier the tank, the bigger a fan I am. And frankly, look at it. It's fantastic. Why would you even have one turret when you could have 5? That's the question I'm asking. Also, the 2 machine guns facing backwards out of the main turret. is very, very fun. I really like the design overall of this as well, especially from the side. The side profile is fantastic. It's so good. And the thing is, they have a few different heavy tanks of this kind of size and sort, but they look unique. They all look different. They can't be confused for each other because the design cues are deliberately very, very pronounced in how unique they are. It's so good. Absolutely love it. So when it comes to the Russian Empire, those three vehicles are like three of my favourites out of that part of their range. To be fair, they're all good, but, you know, everyone's got their preferences, right? We're going to shift over to the Empire of Japan here because they've got some mad but brilliant stuff. If there's one thing that is possibly as cool as a tank, it is a form of walking armour, as in mechanised armour. You sort of, I'm not going to say like specifically Dreadnought, but that style of thing. A big mech. Everyone likes a big mech of some description, right? I love these. I absolutely love them. They are, for my money, a little bit mad, but in a very cool way. The poses are fantastic. I like how the exhausts as well on the back of this thing have got like funnels pointed outwards. That's just a very nice, fun, cool touch going on right there. That melee option looks fantastic. It looks fantastic, and also, again, having ranged on the other hand, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with that combo. And that is a fantastic pose. I absolutely love that pose. It's so over the top. It makes it feel like the mech is grumpy, and I'm all in for that. I'm all in for it. Now, next up, we've got the Type 97 High-K Amphibious Assault Gun. And it's a crab tank. Look, you cannot put a crab tank in front of me and then expect me to not immediately love it. That's not how this works. It's not how any of this works. Tanks are already fantastic. A tank that looks like a crab, I'm sorry, but that is a combination of things that simply cannot be beaten, and as such, we had to take a look at the crab tank. I mean, for God's sake, it's even got pincers. It's even got big, like, energy pincers. Look at it. Again, I really like the design of the turret. It's really, really fun. The overall shape of it, I just really like. The fact that you've got the propellers and the rudders on the back. That is so fun. It's so much fun. I really like the design of the legs as well. Those are very, very cool. And I mean, I just can't get over how fun the pincers are. The fact that they gave it the pincers just makes it that much more cool. The two massive searchlights on either side of the turret as well. I don't know why, there's something about those that I really, really like. It's just all round an excellent vehicle. And if you disagree, I'm sorry, but, you know, we can't all have good taste, can we? Now, for a bit of contrast, this is the Type 87 Chiyokai battle tank. I probably butchered the pronunciation of that, but, you know, we've established many times at this point that I can't talk, so really I don't know what you want from me. This, again, I think sums up how fun Marcher Empires at War is, because there are a bunch of crazy designs, like your big old mech suits, your walking crab tank, your mad Russian walker, but then you've also got the armoured car, and then you've also got this. Like, this is a perfectly reasonable tank. For my money, this is maybe a little bit like sci-fi in a way. I mean, especially when you get to things like energy cannons and the like. But it's not an unreasonable looking thing. It's not an unreasonable design. It's not something that you would like blink twice at. You would just go, oh, a little bit different, but cool. And the fact that this is alongside those other more esoteric models is, I think, what makes this so much fun. I mean, let's face it, that's one of the things that makes, like, some of the, or indeed the most popular tabletop war game right now kind of fun and interesting in multiple ways, is the sheer range of what you can do and what is represented on that tabletop. And this does that, but in an alternate historical setting, which I feel like scratches a very specific itch that I didn't know I had. The full-on spaceship alien combat is fun, it is, but at the same time there is something slightly different but also really enjoyable about something that is very close to what we know from real life, you know? So this is the new French Republic R1B Liberté Medium battle tank, and again, I think this is a really nice design. It's something relatively simple, it feels pretty functional, but you do have that added element of something a little bit extra. Whether it's through the optional side sponsons or the different weapons kind of very low slung in the hull, which is a lovely touch. I like that a lot. It's just got a little bit of everything, and I really like that. Really like it. Also, just a small thing, but the way the exhausts are laid out on the rear of the tank, I don't know why, I just like that a lot. Also, I'm a big fan of those, what are they called? The rails that come out the back of the tank. Trench rails, that's it, right? I really like those. I wish they were on literally everything. Genuinely. Even massive, gigantic tanks that definitely wouldn't need them, I would still like to see them on there. So for the new French Republic, I've also picked out the Carno Mobile Anti-Ether Ship Battery. Because, because I shouldn't have to explain why. Just the word because should suffice. Look at that lad. Look at the girth on that lad. That is ridiculous and so fun. I love it. Just 3 big artillery cannons on a walking, chunky as hell platform. There's even a crow's nest. There's even a little observation platform. It's still got a bit of defence against things attacking it from the ground. We can see there's a little control centre in the middle there for a gunner, and then 2 sponsons on either side. I love how industrial this looks. The legs look so good. They look so good. I don't know whether it's the fact that there is a mast or like a platform with those ropes attached and stuff, but it's making me think oil rig. I think it's being given a nautical feeling from that stuff. And that is kind of impacting how I'm viewing it, but the little, even things like the little door at the back so you know how to get in. I mean, I say little door, the human-sized door in the back. Oh, it is silly. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think it was a bit silly. But at the same time, good God, that is big. That is big. I already knew it was big, but that's really kind of, yeah, all right. Oh, it's good stuff. It's just good stuff. That is one of those ones where the first time I saw it, I just laughed a little bit. I just had a little giggle of just sheer joy. It was just, that's mental. That's brilliant. But again, for some contrast, you can also grab yourself the towed guns for the French Republic. Like, the contrast is so fun. You've got that, which is like, what the hell is going on? What is this walking artillery platform? Why does it have a crow's nest? We don't know. But then you've also got just some guns, just some normal guns. Yeah, one of them might have a gun that requires a big battery, but you could also just have a normal artillery piece. And there's lads to go with it. This is the other thing as well. Their sculpts for the soldiers also look fantastic. Now, obviously, I've taken a bit of a bias towards vehicles or vehicle-esque things here because I have a type. We know I have a type. But their infantry sculpts and the way they've done the uniforms for them also looks grand. I mean, we will go through some of those at a later date as well. Like I say, if we went through literally everything, we would be here literally all day. But I think going from that Carno artillery platform over to this, it really kind of highlights what it's all about, you know? Now, following on from the new French Republic, we also have the Holy Roman Empire, and this is the Chain Drescher, or the Maccabean Knight. And this is just solid. This is just absolutely solid. There are no words for how much I like this. The armour is super ornamented and looks fantastic. I've said there's no words, I'm going to explain it anyway. So there. I love the design of the engine on the back. The fact that we've got a big old halberd with what looks like some sort of power generator on it. It's fantastic. The sheer number of rivets makes me extremely happy. Plus, we've got a whole lot of script on it as well. Some nice engraving work. I love the pipes running into the chest and into the helmet. Looks so good. And the pose. Oh, the pose. Look at that. I feel like the Holy Roman Empire does have some of the more mad stuff, but in a good way, because there's also this, which is the Graf class Panzer Zeppelin. And again, one of those things that just immediately, as soon as I saw it, I was like, that is incredible. What the hell is going on? It's a big old airship. It's a big old airship covered in guns. And frankly, the only thing better than a big old airship is a big old airship covered in guns. So, I mean, what's to dislike? You've got 2 massive cannons on the front attached to that upside down turret, that's such a cool idea. The fact that you've then got two smaller turrets on either side, but they're more like sponsons, because of the way they attach underneath the walkway and the steps, plus little gun emplacements at the back where you can shoot down from, and a turret on the top, presumably to defend from other things in the air. It's very over the top. It is very over the top. Also, that massive viewing window at the front, like, I'm assuming you would paint that as a viewing window, right? It looks great. It's very different to a lot of the stuff available for this range, but that just makes it more fun and more interesting to me because it's a one of a kind. No one else really has something quite like this. There are other, aircraft, but none of them are quite the same as what the Holy Roman Empire have got. And then for another hilarious contrast, we also have the 45M Barbarossa assault tank. So we've gone from the Panzer Zeppelin to this. I mean, what a contrast that is. Again, absolutely covered in rivets, fantastic. Again, I really like the turret design. The fact that the turret design is very different from what we've seen previously from the other tanks for both the French New Republic and the Russian Empire, like there are distinct differences between the vehicles. Also, things like the exhaust design, like the exhausts on this are not the same as the exhausts that the new French Republic have. They're not the same as the Russian Empire has. There might be similarities in loadout across the board, and there might be similarities in some of the accessories for the tanks, but like the core identities are different, and you can see what those different core identities are, which is a very fun way of doing it. Means that everyone's got access to equivalent stuff, but just because it's equivalent doesn't mean it has to be exactly the same, and even though there are quite a few tanks for each faction, those tanks are not identical. You can easily spot which ones belong to who. But yeah, the overall design on this guy, really, really like it. Really like it. Now, obviously, we have to mention Britain. We've got to do that. The British Empire, they've got some real clunky but fun looking stuff. These are the automaton support elements, and you might be thinking right now, well, what even is that? What does it do? It's a bunch of robots. Hell yeah. Flamethrower toting robots, and frankly, that is all I need to hear to immediately be on board and in favour. Creepy little leggy boys that will set you on fire. Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, that one of it burrowing is brilliant. I love that. That is a great little sculpt. Absolutely fantastic. Again, something very different, something that isn't necessarily present across the board, but has its own kind of unique flavour. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. There's also the Cruiser Tank Mark IV Percival, which, again, quite grounded. Quite sensible. Well, I say quite grounded, and then immediately we've got an insane energy cannon turret. But you see what I mean outside of that. The design of the tank, again, fairly grounded and not massively over the top, has its own unique identity, stands out amongst the other tanks, but also feels equivalent at the same time. Oh, it's great. It's absolutely great. That cannon is mental. That is absolutely mental. I love it. Finally, the British Empire got this, which is the Capsule Mark VII C-13 Merlin. And this is exactly what it looks like. It's a landing capsule. So you can have a tank in there, you can have a bunch of lads in there. Oh, important to point out, of course, that those are robot lads. They're not normal lads, as you can see from the arms, legs, and helmets and necks. So a lot of robot stuff going on with the British Empire, which is really cool. And I love the fact you've got open or enclosed. Like, there is so much like crazy, not like steampunk, like diesel punk odd tech stuff going on with the British Empire, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, to finish off, the United States. This is the X-53 Lynx Battle Walker, and it's fantastic. That is a horrible weapon loadout in the best way. A big old grabby claw plus giant saw. Absolutely brutal in a very fun way. The fact you've got that like gun emplacement at the top of the carapace, again, really like that. The engine design is very cool. The way the weapons are placed looks fantastic. I really like this. Really like it. And then on the other hand, we also have the M54 Bruin Heavy Tank Destroyer, which looks pretty reasonable. Looks pretty sensible. Would not be out of place in a plain historical setting, provided you squinted a little bit. I really like the gun options on this, and I really like the recessed sponson weapons. Those are very, very fun. And again, different design on the exhausts, different layout when it comes to the engine and stuff. The side, like the tracks and the sidewalls, the armour is distinctly different from what you see from the other tanks. Oh, just looks great. Looks great. Finally, we got this lad, which was the M80 Raccoon Armoured Reconnaissance Car, which they snuck up on me a bit. They snuck up on me. I've seen it a couple of times. And then the other day, I was going through the stuff on my mini factory, and I just suddenly realised, oh, I actually quite like this guy. I think the armour looks really cool. The fact that you've got double wheels on the back looks really nice. The optional side skirts, but with the hinge setup, is really fun. Also, little things like extra gas cans on either side. The roller on the front. There's just little touches all over this that it's hitting just right. I would argue perhaps a humble vehicle, but one that has just been designed really nicely, you know? As a reminder, March at Empires at War is currently on GameFound. While the campaign is funded and the plastic starter set is now guaranteed, there are a bunch of stretch goals to unlock. So head over using the link in the description and in the pinned comment down below to take a look. Thank you very much to Golden Dragon Games and March at Empires at War for sponsoring this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know which of those chunky lads took your fancy, and I will see you for the next one.